Hi, my name is Rose Castillo with Crafty Night Owls. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I wanted to show you this cute little project that I made. Now, I'm going to show you the original that I made. This was the project that I made for my stamp club, and I made it just to fit a Kit Kat bar, and I thought it would be a super cute little gift. And I found these Kit Kats. They were 2 for $1, and then I had a $1 off coupon when you bought 4 or more, so that just made them a little bit cheaper. And so I thought, oh, this would be a super cute treat to give to somebody. And so I designed this, and came out really cute. But the more I look at it, I kept thinking, this looks like a pack of playing cards. And so I decided to add a little flip closure to the top. Now, the only thing I would do different is maybe do less of a circle there, because I don't like how deep that is. So we'll do that when we make our new one. The other thing is I changed over to a raccoon, because I hadn't really made any of the other critters that this stamp set can make. And so I decided to make a raccoon this time. And this stamp set, Foxy Friends, is so cute and whimsical. I think that anybody that gets a gift with it, they're going to think they're just too adorable. And then I am also using the Foxy Little Friends designer pack. Oh no, a Little Foxy designer paper stack. And this is 6x6 papers, and it comes with all sorts of cute little patterns. And then I am changing back to the white cardstock, to the Whisper white cardstock for the base of this box. Because with the gray on the raccoon, I felt like it's just too much gray. So I'm going to go back to Whisper White and see how we like it. And then let's go ahead and set that aside and we can get started. The inks that we will be using today are Smoky Slate, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, and Basic Black. And then I'm going to set these aside for just a moment though and put my stamp set aside. And then I'm going to pull in, this is a sheet of 5.5 by 7 inches of Whisper White thick cardstock. And I chose to use the thick just because it's a box and I don't want it flimsy. And so let's go ahead and score. Now I'm going to score at 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 6 inches, and 6.5 inches. And then I'm going to turn this, and I am going to score at 1/2 inch on one side. And then I am going to score at 4.5 and 5. And that is all of my scoring. Put this aside. And then we are going to do a little bit of cutting. Now on the side that only has one score line going across, we are going to cut up the score lines just till it meets the other score line. And then we actually are going to take off this, and I'm just going to cut that at an angle. That's coming off. Then these right here, we can, I think this is called mitering. I thought I heard somebody call it that. It's not, I don't know. Sorry. Whatever. I'm taking a little sliver out of the corners here. And I have a piece of cardstock stuck to my scissors. And I think I got a little bit of glue on them probably at some point. And so if that ever happens to you, you can just take an alcohol wipe and wipe that off, and then it will take the gunk off your scissors. So that's just a little tip. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. That's just a little tip. Okay, so this is going to be where my adhesive goes on my box. So if I fold this on the score lines really quickly, I can kind of see that this is going to be the front of my box, this is going to be the back. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to cut on this side that has the little flap for your adhesive, and I am just going to cut off all the way till there, and then you're just going to leave this one little flap here. And so all of that is gone there. And then I am also going to take a little snippet out on that side. And those little snippets just help your box to, when you're gluing, to be a little bit flatter. And then I'm going to take this little flap here, and I'm actually going to use my corner rounder, and I am going to line that up in there, and I'm just going to round the edges. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to use my bone folder to actually make these creases just a little bit more crisp than what I did with my fingers. And there we go. And then we have these flaps here and here, and then down on the bottom. Now if I fold these all up, then I can just go like that. Okay, so that's how my box is going to go together. But first I want to add my designer series paper, which I have misplaced. Okay, where did it go? Not good when you're on camera, right? To misplace your paper. Okay, so I have it right here. Here it is. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what I did. It just got buried. So I'm going to take a piece, or to take my multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to attach this to the front. And just center it between those score lines. And just make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to take my 1-inch circle punch. And like I said, I didn't want to punch out as much as I did last time. So just going to hopefully get that right in the center and punch that out. And so that is all ready. And so then you have that little dip, so it's easier to pull that out like that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some adhesive. And I'm going to use my tear tape this time. And here is this. And I'm going to put a strip on the inside of this here. And that's going to go there. And then on these two little flaps, I'm also going to add some adhesive. And just a little piece, and this is just so that they're not sticking up in the inside of the box, and when I'm trying to put my little treat in there, they're not hindering my treat. And then I need some adhesive down this side strip, and that's going to close up the box. Alright, so let's just do right along the score line there. And I'm going to start out with this side piece here, and any adhesive that hangs over, I just go ahead and fold that over on itself. Okay, so that's good. And then I will take the adhesive off these little pieces. And one more. I think that's good. And then I'm going to just fold this in and make my box so that it's square or rectangular. And then fold that one. And there is my cute little box. That was so simple. And doesn't it look like a pack of playing cards? That is so super cute. So now all we need to do is do some stamping so we can decorate our box. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in the Stampin' Paris mat, since we're using photopolymer stamps, and then a scrap piece of white. And I'm going to stamp the different elements that I'm going to need for the raccoon. And I have this little cheat sheet that I throw into my stamp case, and this just helps to line these up. Now what I do is I put these little stamp pieces right in the grooves of the punch. And this is just so that I don't have to punch these out separately. I can punch them all at once. And so I just put those right in there. And then I put this down carefully, and then I just put my clear block right over it and pick up those stamps. And voila! So when I stamp now, they will all line up with my punch. And I put these little arrows in so I know that my paper is going to go in that way. So the head is going to be at the bottom. So I know that I'm going to want to stamp my head towards the bottom of my piece of my paper. Alright, so that's just a little helpful tip for you. And we're going to use basic black today, Calypso Coral. We're also going to be using basic gray and smoky slate. So the first color I'm using is smoky slate, and I'm going to ink up these 3 pieces, and I'm going to stamp them right on my white cardstock, and I'll be done with that ink pad and done with those images. And then for the other elements to my raccoon, I am going to use the basic gray. I'm going to stamp the little feet right there in the front on the bottom of his body. And then I have, first I'm going to do his little like eye mask and ears in the basic gray. And I might stick my head in here a little bit, so sorry about that. But I'm just trying to get this lined up remotely in the right area. Alright, and then I am going to do his tail in basic gray, the little stripes on his tail. And let's do that. Pretty good. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is I'm going to actually put his little eyes and nose on. And I'm going to use basic black for that. So just tap that on there, and then I'm going to line up his nose there in the middle and just stamp down, and that came out really good. Okay, and then I am going to take my punch, and here comes the magic. So no fussy cutting on this portion, because it has this wonderful punch that coordinates with it. Trying to just get that as centered as possible, and punch. All those little pieces go flying. I don't need that one. I just need the body, the tail, and the head. So all these other little elements, we can just push those aside. And I have a little bit of extra room there, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp my trunk, my tree trunk, in Calypso Coral, just right there. And that's all done. And this does have to get fussy cut. So, but the good thing about it is that it is not a very intricate stamp. So cutting this out is real simple. You just follow some lines. There's a few little curves, and then just that one little piece that kind of sticks out. But that is super easy to cut out. And it's just because I want him to sit up on this tree trunk. Okay, I kind of cut off a little bit of that edge, but oh well. Super cute still. And then we're done with the punch. We're done with the stamping. So the only thing we have to do is tie some ribbon around our box. And I just took some of this Pool Party ribbon, and this ribbon is so pretty. I love it. And I'm just going to take a piece right there, and let me tie it over here to the left, and I'm just tying it in a knot. So if you put the candy in there first, it kind of gives you a little bit more stability in the box. when you're tying so you're not pushing it down, but it's really not that hard. Okay, so I'm just going to trim up these edges on this ribbon, and there we go. Throw that away. Can move that out of the way too. And then for my raccoon, I am just going to place his head on there and hold it over and push it, not push it down, but put it down. And I'm going to take a dimensional and put it right in the middle so it holds it together. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the tail. So let's put that there. Grab another dimensional and use that to hold the tail down. And then I will probably take about one of these little half pieces on the side here that you can use. Don't throw them away. You can use them. It makes your dimensionals go a lot further. And there, my raccoon's ready. And then I'm going to take a couple dimensionals right on the back here of my stump, my tree stump, and peel those off. And I might pull this up just a tad bit. Okay. And then I am going to place that right there, popped up. If you wanted to add a sentiment, you could. If it was like for maybe like a birthday or something like that, you could put happy birthday or congratulations. When somebody gets an achievement, you know, just give them some chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? So this is the new box that I made for the Kit Kat bar, and I think that it's super cute. I mean, either way, no matter which way you do it, I think it's super cute. You can leave it open like this, or if you have the little flap that closes, it just leaves it more of a surprise as to what's inside. And I definitely think I like the white better than the gray with the raccoon, just because I feel like there's too much gray. But I hope that you like this project today and that you think it's cute too. If you would like to purchase any of the supplies that I used today, be sure to visit my online store at www.rosecastillo.stampinup.net. I appreciate any and all orders that you can place through me. It just helps me to continue on as a demonstrator and to continue to show you these cute little videos. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and so you can continue to see my videos. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.